Hello Nomad Soul, welcome back yet again to the channel. So today's video is going to be the advice from your future self. That's kind of the idea that I got quite a long time ago. I felt, imagine if you were in the future, what would you tell to my present self? So I was doing card reading to myself, and extremely important and wonderful and eye-opening messages came through. And also they were both from, I would say, positive and negative side that I liked a lot. It was a really balanced out reading, but most importantly, it was extremely eye-opening. So I felt like I will do the same on my channel with you guys, so that you can have this advice from your future self as well. So maybe you're just living your life, maybe you have doubts, maybe you have everything cleared out, which I don't think so. And maybe sometimes you wonder, if I would look back once I'm in the future, what would I tell to that person? So this is what we are going to be asking cards today. And apologies for my little bit of a raspy voice. I got a little bit cold the other day and therefore my voice changed. So I want to acknowledge that. It doesn't change anything, but it's good to point that out just in case you wonder, hey, your voice sounds different. Okay, so I'm smudging the energy a little bit. Actually, this scent helps with the breathing as well, so for me it's really beneficial. It almost fills up my lungs with new fresh air. It opens up everything. Breathing is more clear, it's connected, it's not blocked. So I want you to feel this smoke as well and unblock whatever you feel you have blocked in your body, in your mind, your spirit. Just, take a moment to relax and breathe, because we will be choosing very interesting cards today. As you can see, we have a lot of cards, 4 decks. Wow. With all of them we will be working today for each reading. And all of them will guide us through the path of the future self and the messages from that future self, future you. So this time we will do things a little bit different. I want to bring some very, very spontaneous energy into the reading. So I will be pulling out some cards for you from the Oracle deck first. And those would be your catalyst cards. Those would be your choice cards, choice making cards. So this is gonna be the Oracle you will be working today while choosing the pile you really want to hear out. So, future self, what advice you have for us, future self? What advice you bring? What should we know in our present self from future you? What messages should come along? I feel the cards are really active. Today I felt cards were active. It's a magical timing today as well. It's the 2nd of February when I'm filming this video. So it's the 2nd of February, so 2/2 of the year 2022. So it's a magical timing. Okay, the first card that we've got is the Wise One, and it's going to be guided by the blue agate as well. Second one is Animal Guardian, and that card will be guided by Citrine. Third one is going to be Medicine Mother, and she's gonna be guided by the pink agate. And the last one is gonna be an oracle, and this oracle will be guided by Calcedony crystal. So now what I want you to do is to stop this video and meditate on all these cards, all these 4 piles. together with the crystals that come along. And I want you to choose one or two or three or maybe all of them that you feel drawn to. Listen to your intuition, how many choices you have to make. It's gonna be the correct one, so you can listen to all the messages. Maybe it's one, maybe it's none of them, and maybe this is not a video for you. Also listen to that. That's important whenever you read cards. So feel connected. Feel what calls you. Feel what draws you. First one, second one, third one, fourth one. Please now meditate. And we will jump into your reading just after a short pause. Hello, pile number 1, the wise one. This is the pile selection and reading for you, for the ones that have chosen the wise one. So now we will dive into the other cards and combine and mix them all together. Just on a go to see whatever comes through, whatever advice comes through your future self. So I'm going to be adding right now some tarot cards. So for the option number 1, pile number 1, the wise one, please guide us, please show what messages, what information you need to know from your future self. I'm gonna be opening this card, this card, this card. Oh, okay, this is a booklet card, so I'm gonna take it out, and this one as well. I feel like all of these have to go in here. And also besides that, we will be choosing some more oracle cards as well for the pile number 1. So the wise one, the wise one. What is the advice from the future self? This one has to go. Okay, ending a trauma. And the last one is going to be the archetypes cards as well. They give a lot of deep insights. Such a wonderful cards. You can analyze them for hours, so I feel that they would suit this reading really well. This has to go. Here we go, mentor. Wow, okay. First of all, I'm gonna read you the messages that are written on the cards, and then we will connect into your reading and combine all the messages that come through. So the wise one, this beautiful old lady having an owl on her shoulder, is telling you grow within your current situation. So deepen up your current situation, deepen up your present, stay present and deepen it up. We have tarot cards, and then we have, as for archetype, you've got the mentor, which has both light and shadow attributes. So the light attribute says passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. And shadow attribute is an ability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. Okay, very interesting card. And from last oracle card, we have ending a trauma, transform memories and symptoms. Well, the first thing that I really want to tell you with this reading is that it's charged with a very wise energy. It's charged with symbols. It's charged with so many deep things, you know, things and experiences. I said things because I couldn't find another word. It's experience, it's people, it's you, it's shapes of you, it's forms of you, it's so many transformations. There is so much in here, okay? There is so much in one person, so many lives in this one person. This is the first thing that is coming through. Now, if we start from your catalyst card, while you were maybe drawn by this wise one image or the blue agate crystal, in any way, they actually suit together really well. They totally do. The wise one tells you to live the moment and make it as profound as possible, deepen it up. So if this reading was a future you, it would say, live your life and be present at every moment you are, both positive events of your life and both negative events of your life, both positive side of you, both negative. Feel every step you take, feel every breath you take in. Allow yourself to be present. Don't look that much into the future. Acknowledge what you have already earned right now, standing here as you are watching this video. So step back a little bit from your thought process and acknowledge, okay, so right now I am here. So what is the situation? Where am I standing at? What have I achieved? What have I learned? What am I facing at the moment? What am I feeling at the moment? And go deeper into those feelings. Go deeper into those questions. Be very sure what you already have without looking too much into the past, from where all the things are coming from, because you can stand there forever in the past trying to analyze the past and revive the past, but it's not needed. You are standing here right now while watching this video. So in this exact moment, acknowledge this moment. Start from such simple practices as today or this week, let's say. Short period of time. Okay, what have I learned? What have I noticed? What I have seen? What I have eaten? Be really present even at the simplest actions of your everyday life. Feel that. Live every step. Live every bite you take in. Live fully. This is the wise one's advice. Now, let's move on to the tarot a little bit first. Because I see a really long life in here, like long projection of mind and body and soul. Lots of experiences in here. I see someone who has traveled a lot, and I'm not only speaking physically, traveled a lot. I'm speaking mentally, socially, spiritually, mentally. So much of expansion is in here. You can't fit yourself into a small room of your childhood's house. So it is very interesting because all these tarot cards, they actually end up being the wise one. They kind of sum up into the wise one. So it's almost like, the first card is the star. So it's almost like you were born with a special light around you. You have gone through life with so much of the heartbreak and difficult lessons and challenges. Yet you would always look into the future, into your next steps, whatever it takes you. You would prove your worth. You would prove who you really want. You would shape yourself into the form you believe you have to be in this exact moment. So all these cards, they are very deep cards, okay? They are cards of challenges, of finding yourself out from the broken pieces. It's like gluing yourself together and moving on with your new shape and your new form. That form will take again a new life, a new cycle. It will end somewhere and then it will be reborn again. So it's like so cyclic. Everything here is really cyclic. But what I see in here is someone very strong in personality, standing, that is ready to protect whoever comes through your life, and to protect yourself in that path, and to protect yourself what you believe in and who you really are, and master yourself to the most extreme perfection possible. So what I see here is someone that is mastering themselves a lot of mastering in here through the good times and bad times, through a lot of failure. I see someone mastering. I don't see you ever stopping. So that's why the wise one says, live in the moment a little bit, because maybe you're very obsessed of, conquering, the next mountain that is in front of you, getting into that new you, new shape, new future self that you always wanted to be. Maybe you're too focused on your next step without really acknowledging your current form, your current step, your current life and path. Is it fast? Is it slow? Maybe you're not doing anything. Acknowledge that, but don't dream about something, someone in the future, like your future future you, where you would say, okay, so now from this point I have achieved who I really want to be, now I can live. And maybe what you can find out after all these years perfecting yourself and chasing one dream after another, one shape of you to another after another, and you would maybe then realize, oh wow, I have been chasing myself all these years, and now I'm old. And did I really experience fully my life, or was I only obsessed by the future self and the idea of the future self living in a perfection, and that perfection finally isn't here, but I am left with nothing but the chase in my hands, but I don't feel that I really lived the experience. So it's a lot of philosophical questions in here in these cards, you know. I do see someone questioning many things many times, always double checking things, always trying to find your standing point, always trying to prove yourself to other people and to show who you really are, hiding away sometimes the traumas of your life, just really hiding them away and trying to get through life without showing them to anyone. But maybe this time, sometimes, to open up, find those moments and people around you that you can open up. It is important to speak up. You can really fight many things and many demons inside you. But sometimes it is really good just to speak up and tell what you feel to other people. And you would be surprised how close they will feel to you, how understandable they will be to you. You are not alone with your wisdom, with your path, with your challenges. You are not alone. Now let's look into these oracle cards as well. So we have the mentor. Again, this is passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. So it's almost like you are a teacher of someone to someone, and it could truly be, because the wise one is a teacher. She is a teacher. She is teaching her tribe before passing, or maybe cycling into the new circle of hers. She has now a symbol of wisdom in here as well. They have accumulated so much of the experience and knowledge, and right now she is ready to pass it on to others. The same as this card, it says, yes, I'm ready to pass on my knowledge to others right now. What sometimes can happen with mentors, that they prefer keeping it to themselves without letting the students to grow out and become mentors themselves. So sometimes it is the question of delegating. I would really move this message from let's say a philosophical stand of view to the more practical one. Sometimes for you it is difficult to delegate to others, because those two figures, they're very strong, they're very individualistic, and they really want to do things by themselves all the time without asking for any help. That's why we have the trauma card in here. Like, it's almost like opening your heart, you know, this is a spiral that is kind of opening your heart, your spirit, your mind into revealing things to others, into letting in other energy and letting the help into you. So again, those both cards, they are very strong by themselves. That's true. You can do that by yourself, but it's not needed that much. You have to allow other people to come in and help you, and to delegate things as well. You don't have to do everything by yourself. You don't have to live your life all by yourself only. And again, seek for support. That's an important message in here. If you feel that your heart has been broken, or you feel like that you don't know where to go, which path to choose, or you feel like you are constantly fighting with someone, proving some things, whatever, like everyday simple things, it's always like a fight, it feels like. Share it with others. Don't be the lone standing warrior in your life. And if there is something that has hurted you, talk about it. Let people in. Make connections. Allow your tribe to support you and hold the space for you. Create your own tribe. Don't be the lone wolf. I know that it is tempting for your personality to be like a lone wolf, doing everything by yourself. But let in other people, create your own tribe. Connections is everything. So then you can pass your knowledge and you can share the knowledge between your tribe to other people as well. And this is very powerful. And these are the messages from your future self. I hope you have enjoyed them. As always, take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind. We always work with cards this way. Always. Thank you very much for staying in here with me, and we will see each other next time very soon. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2. This is going to be the reading for the ones that have chosen both Citrine and Animal Guardian. So now let's take a look on your messages. First of all, we're going to be choosing some tarot cards for you, and then 2 more oracle, and combine all the messages that come through. So for the option pile number 2, the message from your future self, what it would be. Message from the future self, pile 2. Alright, so we will take this card, this one, and this one. Okay, I hope you can see them all clear. Right. And also we are going to be taking some archetype cards. They work really greatly with this type of readings as they give so much profound information. This one has to go, Rescuer. And the last one is going to be the Oracle from Sufi Oracle. This card has to go, Heart of the Matter. Okay, let me just take a look a little bit, the advice or message from your future self. Let's first of all read all your messages from the tarot and oracle card, so then we can combine them together. Trust your instincts, says the Animal Guardian. Rescuer has both light and shadow attributes. As for light being, provides strength and support to others in crisis. Acts out of love with no expectation of rewards. Okay, very interesting. And shadow attribute assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. Very interesting one. It's like almost the 5 of Pentacles in tarot. We don't have that one here, but it's almost the same one. And also the Heart of the Matter. Align life's pathways through the heart. Okay, so listen to your heart, which is clear. Listen to what it really wants. Are you constantly doing what you want, what you truly need from your heart? So this is very interesting because we have started reading with the Animal Guardian card and finishing with the Heart of the Matter. Both basically are saying the same thing. This one says listen to your heart, okay, and this one says listen to your instincts. They could be quite similar because it's true that sometimes heart tend to be a little bit blurry because it is filled up with emotions and feelings, when the instinct is something very touched to the ground and something really almost earthy that we have. But if we combine them both, it's the perfect balance, okay, between the body, mind and spirit. So we're talking about the person who has achieved it all. It's almost like a master. Now the advice from the future self. First messages that I'm seeing in here is to escape people or situations or self that is no longer suiting you. So don't keep yourself in prison. The first message, don't stay in a situation or with someone just because of a need to be with them. Maybe you feel sorry for them and you're staying with the wrong toxic person, let's say in a relationship. Maybe it is something about you that you believe that you can't get better, you can't go further, that what you have is good enough, and you stay with that comfortably, many times, not that much, but you don't have the power to move on. It feels like you're sitting still waiting for someone almost to move you and to take you out of the bed, and you kind of expect someone to come and save you so many times. So inactivity is a huge thing in here. I see these cards being quite passive. Even the King of Pentacles is passive. The rest of them also are quite passive, while the Knight of Cups is the only one that moves something, but it moves in this level, in the heart level. But everything that is movement in here, it's stopped, okay? So it's a lot of like introspection card, and it's going inwards and it's staying there for too long, for the good and for the bad. And it's important to acknowledge that, because many times I feel that you might be closing yourself up in your pain, in your sorry, in something that is very limited to you, and you're closing yourself there because you are being scared, because you don't know the other path, because you think that this is the best you can get. So this kind of animal guardian card is a very strong message, you know, and the citrine is a very strong sun's stone. It's all about positivity. It's all about moving forward. This is a very active crystal. So maybe this is the crystal you need in your life right now. If you feel a little bit stagnant, it is a good crystal to keep, because it's kind of like brings you up the action a little bit, or that positive energy. So animal guardian card also says that, okay, bring the action on, okay, bring the action going, action. If this card was your future self looking back into you, that would be the exact message. Move on, wake up. You can do better. You can go further. You can truly change that. If it's not working, it's not the best you can get. You can get way more from your life and yourself. Don't get too comfortable with mediocre people and situations, the cards are saying, especially if you feel trapped. Don't become a victim to anyone, of anyone. Protect yourself, protect your body, mind, and spirit. Don't let anyone inside without not making clear that they can't be there occupying your body, mind, spirit, and your heart, breaking them into pieces. So protection is needed in here. Stability in yourself is needed, gaining back the balance. At the same time, this type of personality, which many times is being used by other people because you are soft, you have great empathetic personality, very deep emotions. You can understand people just at the first glance, you know, you can understand what they're feeling. So many people are really kind of coming to you to use your energy up for them. And many times you feel really great about that, because you feel like the rescuer, you know, oh, I'm saving them. They're telling me that what they can do without me, like they couldn't be without me, that I'm the only light they have. And that is, of course, beautiful. Of course, it is beautiful if it's something you choose. But many times what happens with you, that you are tricked to believe that you chose this path, which is actually not true. People push you there, manipulate you there to be always the good one, the helper, someone to lean on. And then once they are healed, they move away. Or once they have taken everything out of you, like that glass, you know, the cup that was full with the Knight of Cups, it's quite easy to empty the cup that he has, because he has so much to give. So you truly openly give people all the things, all the emotions, all the actions, all the energy to them, and you feel like, oh yes, I'm helping them, this is what I'm drawn to do. But you should really go into the heart of the matter as well, at the sense that understand, are you not being tricked or manipulated? It is important not to be good all the time. I know that this sounds a little bit contradictory, you know, but that's a very deep message from here. Animal Guardian is a raw, it's a raw totem in here. It's a raw card, you know, it speaks its words. You can't hide anything from this card, because it's the instincts. There is nothing more pure. Even the heart sometimes is not as pure as the instincts, because instincts, they are as they are. It is yes or no, but it's all clear. The heart has many paths, and you can get lost in them. And it could be really dimensional as well, so you can get lost into even further paths of the heart. So yes, heart is great, but you have to protect the heart to make sure that the heart speaks purely to you, and trust your instincts, in the sense that, okay, if you feel that someone is making you trapped, or you're feeling that someone is tricking you into helping them, and actually using you up, using your cup up, it's time to leave. It's time to move away. It's time to learn and say no. Instinct card says no. It says it's enough. I'm done. I protect myself. I show my teeth. This card shows you, and it's the future self telling you, show your teeth. Say no. Move forward. You can do better. You can do more. And you don't have to be saving everyone all the time. You're not a victim. So that is a very powerful reading for the ones that have chosen both the Animal Guardian and the Citrine Crystal. Hope you enjoyed this reading. Take what resonates. As always, leave the rest behind, and we will see each other next time very soon. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3, the Medicine Mother, or Pink Agate, for the ones that were drawn either by the crystal or the Medicine Mother, or both cards. So this Medicine Mother says, honor your inner knowing. Yes, knowledge, I want to say, it's knowing. Okay, so now we will be putting on the table a few of the tarot cards. This one is a popper. Let it be. Let it be. It's a popper for the third pile, your future self, the advice from the future self. What would it tell you? What your future self wants you to know? I feel like these cards are really active today. So it's 5 of Wands, 7 of Swords, and another King. Okay, and we're going to be taking some archetype cards as well. There are some empty ones that I want to leave out, because they also give a lot of the insight into these type of readings. I really like using them. This one has to go. Okay, this is the empty one again. That is quite interesting that both times there were empty cards for you. But let's take the last one, Warrior. Okay, it is like tempting. Something is like pushing away. That is interesting. Why? We're gonna take a look at the other Oracle. Okay, so this one is going to be for you. This is Beyond the Ego. Very interesting cards as well. So in the beginning I said that this was a king because I see them in reverse. It's actually a queen. So we have, wow, interesting. This is both the queen and the king, both of wands in the beginning of the reading and in the end of the reading. The warrior card, Beyond the Ego, which says, let me see, what does it say? Surrender to the flow of life. Okay, wow, there is so much of resistance here, let me tell you, so much of the resistance. All of these figures that we see in here, they are strong, they are contemplating, they are standing still, they are ready to fight, standing still in themselves, in their own knowledge. You know, they truly know what they know. That's the thing, they truly know what they know, what they want, where they are going to, and they're ready to show their teeth and to protect. There is a lot of energy, fire energy mixed up everywhere. I see that you might be a very passionate person who truly likes to speak up, get involved into the fights, maybe prove something, discussions, maybe protect your knowledge, protect who you really are, protect other people. Warrior card is in here. Just look at all these figures in the cards. They are fighting. Or at least they are ready to fight. Like this King of Wands, he's not sitting in his throne, not at all. He's already stand up. He stood up to see, okay, who is coming? I'm ready. Like, he can't hold himself. The queen, she is sitting, but look at how she looks to the people that are coming to her. She's ready to fight. She keeps her wand in front of her. Okay, this wand will go into action any second. The king is already on his feet, waiting just for a minute, a second time of life to use that wand and to start fighting. So much fire in here, and so much fights and discussions are in here. This is like proving and fighting and like everyday things. This is like not trusting people as well. This card means like 7 of Swords. It's like not trusting people. Being very aware of who you surround yourself with. So there are a lot of messages and a lot of advices coming in. The first one being, be truly sure who is around you, who you surround yourself with. Really see who is fake, who is not, who is toxic, who is not. And at every single situation, know exactly what people are expecting from you and what they want from you. So I know that this might sound a little bit strange in a way that you might feel like, oh, but this is psychotic. Like to see enemy in every single person. I don't want to do that. I'm not saying to see an enemy in every single person, but it's to really understand the human nature and understand and have, you know, that really strong sense of acknowledgement of what people truly want from you. So don't be naive, grow up, and become more mature. This is what the cards are saying. Don't believe every single word you are heard. Don't believe every single thing you are being told, or people are trying to make you believe in something or someone. Second guess, question it all. This is what I see is important. Now I see that there is a tendency into getting in some kind of discussions and proving your point yourself, and your truth, because this is like a truly knowledge card. It speaks about that you truly have it all. It's like the medicine mother. She has all the knowledge, all the medicine that you need, you have in you. It's like an elixir that you hold inside you whenever you are hurted. You just somehow take a potion somewhere from your pocket, you drink it up, and you're ready to go, ready to fight again. You have so much almost esteem and forward movement that there is no one ever that can stop you anywhere at all. Like, this is a lot of the fire and a fighter's position as well. You got the warrior card as well, which says the light attributes and the shadow attributes, both the dark and the light side. So you have the strength, the skill, the discipline, the toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. And shadow attributes is trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. So this is a card, sometimes you might be too strong in what you do, in your words, too harsh. So it's finding the balance, to truly understand who is who next to you, but then to pick your fight and not to fight every time. And it is not that necessary to prove your right, to prove your knowledge every single situation of life as well. This is like finding the perfect balance. Yes, to stay on guard every single day and every single moment, especially if you're cycling through different forms of yourself. It is important to be very aware of what is going on around you, but you don't have to fight it all the time. Your passion that you have, it has to be balanced out and controlled a little bit further. You are a very wild being. That's true. You are wild, very attractive. So it could be that you are attracting a lot of people. There is a magnetism coming through this personality. It's a natural leadership personality. It's politician, almost type of someone, it's like shaman of some kind in here as well. Like, there's something very strong in here, like those types of people, like super attractive and healing at the same time, protecting, but sometimes it is needed to let go. So what is your future self is trying to tell you is, yes, be aware who you surround yourself with, who is around you, what you are doing at every single moment. Are you truly focusing on your heart's path? But also, don't become over obsessed by becoming to a perfect self. You don't need to chase that perfection, because there is a huge need to get the perfect you, because beyond the ego card says as well the surrender to the flow of life. So sometimes let loose, let yourself go. You don't have to become the perfection form human being of all of us, like you don't have to become on the top of the mountain to be there alone, sad and without any friends or support, because you fought them all, because you don't trust anyone. Trust people, yes, you have to learn to trust people, but also who to trust. And this is where your medicine woman comes in. She knows who to trust. This is the intuition card. She tells you what to do at every single time. So tune into that intuition, not your instincts that are so strong in here. Your warrior, your inner warrior. You will do anything in this life. Trust me, you will do anything. Any goal you have, you will achieve it. This is the card of a natural leader, achiever. But stay in touch with your intuition. Stay in touch and enjoy life a little bit. Let go of some fights. They are not that worth. So that was reading for the ones that have chosen the pink agate. Very strong and powerful reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Take what resonates, as always, and leave the rest behind. We will see each other next time very soon. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 1. This is going to be the message from your future self, guided by the Oracle or Calcedony. The Oracle says, wait for the important information. So this is like a really inwards card. It's really trusting the higher power as well. higher self as well. We will be pulling some tarot cards in here as well, and also some oracle cards. This is going to be the archetype. This deck works really good with these kind of readings. So yeah, this card needs to go. I leave it there. Leather. And also we will be choosing some oracle in here. This one has to go. Okay. Trust your gut feeling. This is a magician reading, you know. This is so strong. Someone that is in the highest power of self, the highest power of intuition, the highest power of emotions. Let's take a look and read the messages from the oracle first, so that you can really get the grasp of everything that I see in here. So wait for the important information. That was the oracle card. The leather prototype. This is the archetype. It has both light and shadow attributes. Both they state great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. And shadow attribute is obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. And trust your gut feeling says, let your heart lead you to who you are. So, if this reading, these cards were future self, future you, they would say, let the love in, first of all, and then they would say, go with your intuition to the most darkest, deepest corners possible, because this is a really magical spread. This is of someone who is strongly connected to the divine, to self, to the highest form of self as well. With everything that surrounds us, you can totally read people between the lines. You can totally read yourself between the lines. You're really aware of what you are feeling at every single moment. You always almost look for signs from above, from next to you, to kind of mark your path forward or back, or maybe stay still. You always look for signs. You're really in tune with what is nature, with what is universe, with what is human emotion, psychology. This is a very philosophical spread as well. Someone who is into philosophy, who is into deeper learning. So could be yoga, meditation, could be some religious practices, could be some spiritual practices as well. It's so much in here. I see you mastering that. The simple life, ordinary life is not that interesting to you. That's the thing. Like, you feel bored about, you know, just having a simple office job. And this is probably what the oracle and the future self is telling you. You know, if you are feeling your call somewhere else, somewhere deeper, somewhere more spiritual, and you feel trapped, let's say, in an office job, in an ordinary life that someone told you how to do it, how to live it, move away from that, because there is a higher calling. There is another calling. There is a calling for another type of experimentation, for another type of life, for another type of self. You just can't be, you know, faking that you enjoy the simplicity of just, you know, going out and talking about nothing and just moving through your life without marking it, without gaining anything, rather than just paying bills for your house and that's it. You need something deeper. You need someone deeper as well. That's the true calling of this spread. I see that someone is really lost until you are not satisfied with your spiritual or your love life. I mean, this is everything for you. No money can actually buy that. No prestigious position can buy that to you. If you are not in your full-on spirituality, with your full-on twin flame. I don't like to use this word, but I know that many people like hearing that. But you know, it's just someone who truly is in here for you, who is a true side of you. Okay, so call it twin flame if you like. Let it be, it's okay. You need to find that. You need to deepen yourself up. It's to go onto spiritual journeys. It's to go and to find what is your real power. Maybe it's a healing power. Maybe it's a spiritual power. Maybe it's healing others through your teachings or something like that. Maybe it's art that is gonna heal them all. So it's like, tap into your intuition, tap into your most spiritual sides of self and embrace it. Open yourself, open your heart to what is unknown about you, to what is prohibited, to what is being blocked at the moment. Release all those traumas, release all those emotions that have been stuck, analyze them, let them in, let them go into the universe, and you acknowledge them, learn from them, and go move forward. This is what the cards are saying. You be profound in your emotions, be profound in your spirituality. There is much more life for you rather than just everyday simple things that you are doing, and you may be feeling that this is not for me, but I don't know what to do. Well, your answer that future self is telling you is tap into spirituality, tap into who you really are when the doors close, who you are when you remove all those masks, who you are when you truly love. So that is the strongest message that is coming from here. Let your gut guide you, let your intuition guide you, yet let your love guide you, and do the most crazy, stupid things. They're gonna be right. So that was a reading for the ones that have chosen the Calcedony crystal. Very strong, intuitive, loving spirit, strong spiritual human being. Embrace that part of you because it's the one who you truly are. So that would be the advice from your future self. Thank you very much for watching this video. As always, take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind, and we will see each other next time very soon.